Hello everyone, let's go to the 106th example. Create a structure to represent points in polar coordinates, radius r and argument a in degrees. Create a structure to represent points in Cartesian coordinate x and y. Read 6 points in polar coordinates and stores in an array. Next, convert these points to Cartesian coordinates and stores the result in another array. The conversion is given by x equal to r times cosine of a and y equal to r times sine of a. Finally, show the result of each point in Cartesian coordinates x and y with 2 decimal places. Remember that the argument value must be in radians to use the cos and sin functions. So let's go to the program and see what is happening here. First of all, I am including the library stdio.h, which allows us to print messages on the screen. I am including the library string.h, which allows us to use functions of the string, such as controllers of our string to the length and to upper or to lower. They include math.h, which allow us to use the cosine and the sine, cos and sine. And the hashtag define and 6 as the example asks us to read 6 points, but in this case I am reading just 2, just for an example. Here I included the type-def struct polar, and the type-def struct Cartesian. The polar struct have 2 float variables for the r and for the a, the radius, and for the argument. And the type-def struct Cartesian have 2 floats, the x and y, to the Cartesian. Here I am including a polar with the name in array of the structure polar with n places, and the same for the Cartesian. The int I, the controller of our for loop, and I am starting this for loop with I equal to 0, I has to be slower than n, and every time this for loop runs, the value of I will be increased by 1. This printf will ask you to enter the radius and the argument in degrees, and this scanf will store the value that you type in the memory of the polar in the position I, r, so the radius is the first, and the polar in the position I, a, is the argument, and the polar in the position I in a will be equal to the polar in the position I times a cosine of minus 1 divided by 100. So this is the formula to changing the degrees to radians to use the sine and cosine values. And here I am making the same for loop to converting the points to Cartesian coordinates. So the Cartesian I, x, as the example give to us this formula, the polar in I, in the position I, r times cosine of polar in the position I, a. The same for the y, but with the sine. And here I am just printing the Cartesian coordinates with the same parameter of the for, and this printf will print the Cartesian x and the Cartesian y. So let's go to the terminal and see what is happening here. So first of all, I have to include a radius, so a radius 5, an argument of 10, so the next one will be, for example, 2 and 10. So the coordinates, the Cartesian coordinates of these 2 points is those ones. You can check in your home, and this is pretty much what I have to this episode. And thank you for your attention. Link for the script is on the video description, and subscribe for regular content.